A girl got stuck in a snowstorm. She soon lost consciousness due to the freezing temperature, but before that, she managed to take cover behind a large rock. This is where her dog laid down next to her throughout the entire night. This dog kept her warm and safe from the storm. And when the sun finally came out the following morning, the girl was still alive. But he didn't make it. The news of this event spread around the country, and people were quick to find the girl and her family. They wanted to award them for the bravery and loyalty they had shown during the ordeal. The family was presented with multiple gifts, including thousands of dollars, food, and even cars. But this story has a sad ending because the dog sadly passed away. Let's take a moment of silence for this brave dog. When the girl's father heard about what his daughter and his dog had been through, he couldn't believe it. He started to blame himself for what happened. He told the reporters, "I can't believe I let my baby go out there without me. I usually take care of her and watch over her, but I had no idea she went out into the blizzard." He also revealed how proud he is of both his little girl and his dog, saying, "I'm so happy my daughter survived, and I'm so grateful to my dog. I don't know what would have happened to her if it wasn't for him." Before we continue with the story, please take some time to subscribe. This will help us to continue making great videos like this one. The dog who protected the girl was named Leonberger. The dog's owner is a 7-year-old girl named Jenna. She lived with her parents in their farmhouse, which was located in a remote part of Wisconsin. She was an adventurous girl who liked going outside and playing with her dog. So when the winter storm hit, she didn't want to stay inside. Instead, she grabbed her coat and boots and headed outside. She wanted to build a snowman and have fun in the snow, but she never imagined that this day would turn into a nightmare. The last thing she remembered was the wind snatching her off her feet, and then everything went black. She had no idea that her dog stayed with her throughout the entire night to protect her from the storm. If it wasn't for the dog, the girl wouldn't have made it. It was actually her mother who noticed that Jenna was missing. She had searched the whole house for her daughter but couldn't find her anywhere. That's when she went outside to look for her. But she was shocked to find that the front door was wide open. Where did Jenna go? The mother asked herself. At first, she thought maybe her daughter was playing outside, but after looking around, she realized something was wrong. It was far too dangerous for her child to be out in this weather. As the mother searched for her daughter, the temperature dropped rapidly. Within minutes, the wind was blowing at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Visibility was extremely low, and the snow was coming down so thick that it looked like a white wall. The girl's mother called out her name, but all she heard was the howling wind. Just as she was about to give up hope, she spotted something in the distance. Could that be Jenna? With renewed determination, she trudged through the knee-deep snow towards her daughter. When she finally reached her, she was shocked to see that she had collapsed on the ground. The little girl was barely breathing, and her body temperature was dangerously low. Without hesitation, the mother scooped her up and carried her back home. She knew that her daughter's life was hanging in the balance, and every second counted. Back at the house, the mother quickly put Jenna in a hot bath while her father called the emergency services. The little girl was then taken to the hospital by ambulance, but the doctors weren't sure if she would make it. She had suffered from severe exposure, and her chances of survival were slim. It seemed like the girl's life was hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, the police were searching the area for the dog who had been with the girl in the blizzard. They found him a few miles away from the farmhouse, but unfortunately he didn't make it. The dog's body was taken away, but not before the police took some pictures of him. These pictures were later shared on social media in an attempt to identify the dog's owner. Thankfully, one of the officers recognized the dog and knew that it belonged to Jenna. When the girl's father saw the post, he was devastated. He knew that his dog had saved his daughter's life, but he couldn't help but feel a sense of guilt. Why did he let his daughter go outside in the first place? He asked himself. After spending several days in the hospital, Jenna was finally able to return home. When she saw her dog, she was overjoyed. She couldn't believe that he had stayed with her throughout the entire night and protected her from the elements. Unfortunately, the dog had passed away, but Jenna's mother told her that he was a true hero. The family was later contacted by animal welfare officials who informed them that they had received numerous donations from people all over the country. People were moved by the dog's bravery and wanted to show their support. One of the donors even offered to buy Jenna a new puppy, but she declined the offer. She told the donor, "I can't replace Liam Berger. He's irreplaceable." Since the incident, Jenna's parents have been more cautious about letting her go outside alone. They know that she's a strong-willed girl, but they also know that the weather can be unpredictable. Since the incident, Jenna's parents have installed a new security system in their home. They also keep a close eye on the weather forecasts, so they'll be prepared for any future storms. The story of Jenna and her dog quickly spread around the country, and soon people wanted to reward the family for their bravery. First, they raised $2,500 for the family. This money was raised through a GoFund campaign set up by an animal welfare charity. The campaign page said, "This family is in need of our support now more than ever after their incredible." Liam Berger saved the life of Jenna by sheltering her and keeping her warm during the blizzard. But that wasn't all. A local vet also donated food and supplies to the family, and a local animal charity even offered to buy Jenna a new puppy. However, the family declined the offer. They didn't want to replace Liam Berger. They knew that he was one of a kind. Then the most amazing thing happened. A local car dealership heard about the family's story and offered to buy them a new car. The dealership also made a donation to the animal welfare charity. This was a generous offer that the family couldn't refuse. They had been through a lot, and a new car would definitely come in handy. Jenna and her family were incredibly grateful for the support they had received. They were truly blessed to have such caring people in their lives. The story of Jenna and her dog is a reminder of the incredible bond that we can have with animals. Dogs are known for their loyalty and bravery, and Leon Berger was definitely an example of this. His actions saved Jenna's life, and he will never be forgotten.